He is now 20 years old, but he started racing cars at the age of 8 in time attack races. In his 12 years of racing, he has won a total of 23 Philippine National Championship titles and emerged as overall champion in the following racing disciplines: karting, slalom gincana, autocross, rally of champions, TGR Vios Cup, radical cars, SR1, Formula V1 circuit racing, as well as simulator virtual racing. He is the youngest ever Philippine national champion in slalom and autocross racing. Just last year, he won back-to-back rookie wins in Formula 4 as race stunt in the young prodigy showcased exceptional skill and adaptability, establishing himself as a phenomenal racer. His stellar performance as a testament to his ability. His impressive showing suggests a promising future in the world of Formula 1 racing, or Formula racing. And his talent is true to turn heads in the international motorsport community. This coming May, Inigo will again be joining the F4 races. This time, he will be joining a full season of Formula 4, hoping to clinch a championship title for the Philippines. So, joining him, of course, but before that, Inigo, please, your short greeting to our media guests and invites.
So, good morning everyone. Thank you for being here once again for a press conference for my Formula 4 season of 2025. It's truly an honor again to be in this position, to be able to represent the Philippines, and not only the Philippines but especially all of Baguio and all of our media partners. So thank you so much again, and I'm looking forward to this press conference.
Okay, thank you very much, Inigo. Joining him, of course, in the panel is a multi-titled car racing champion, the OG Baguio boy champion racer, who happens to be Inigo's racing coach and mentor, Mr. Carlos Anton. So Carlos, magandang umaga po.
Hi, good morning also everybody. Thank you again for coming here. The last time we were together, Inigo had fantastic results in the Formula 4 last round of the Asia Australian Championship, and your support really lifted him up and pushed him to do his best there. So thank you again for coming and supporting him. He's our local Baguio boy, and we're all praying this is a big break. The last 2 years we were only able to do one race per year, a total of 6 races, but this time we will be doing 15 races, the whole championship, and we pray for the best. Thank you so much for your support. It really means so much to us.
Thank you very much, Sir Carlos. Next, we have a lady who wears many hats. She is a champion racer, a sought-after performer, and a world champion in dancing. But she considers being a mom to her 2 racer sons her most vital role. Please join me in welcoming Inigo's mom, manager, the beautiful Miss Karen Navarrete-Anton.
Thank you so much. I didn't think I put the beautiful in the my script, but thank you so much. You know, we always look forward to having a press conference with our media partners from Baguio City. We really appreciate it. Last year, the media mileage you gave us was really huge. That's why this year we are not only sponsored for 1 round, which is 3 races. The sponsor was so happy with our media coverage from last year that this year we are being sponsored for a full season. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, and we again ask your help, ask your kind assistance in bringing out this great news to the Philippines and to the world. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Karen, of course, kay Inigo and Sir Carlos. We are now opening the floor for our media friends for their question. Sino ang unahin natin? Okay. Can we have si John Labien of Amyanan Balita ngayon? Pigeon?
Okay, Inigo. So this is your second season. So what did you learn last year na pwede mong magamit for these coming races?
So with last year's round, that was my second ever round in Formula 4. So that was my a total of 6 races that I've done before joining the series. And I gotta say, with every race or every lap that I do in F4, it just gains me a lot of experience. And we know how much it will benefit me for this year. So what I learned about joining these past races in Formula 4 is that the level is very high there. Not only are the top level racers here in the region competing, there are also Europeans, Americans as well. So it is really an international high level racing competition that I had to get accustomed to. I see their consistency in the races and how they make little to no mistakes. And that is something as a rookie going into this season I'll have to learn, that it's not only about the pace, but it's also all about the consistency, especially throughout the whole season. Maybe I can be quick at times, but other times I make mistakes or there's issues that I have to resolve. So that's what I've been training for these past couple of months, is to keep my consistency up to hopefully stay with the really fast competitors.
So what's your ultimate ambition? So 2-3 years from now, what is your goal? Because basically going to the top level, 23, 24 years old, medyo a little old na. So what's your ultimate goal? Are you going to go to F1 or something?
Well, that is, like what every racer says is, their main goal to become an F1 racer, and this is definitely a stepping stone towards that. And for me, I may actually seem a bit old already for Formula racing, but that is not going to stop me from trying to always just pursue my dreams and do the best I can. And given this opportunity at 20 years old to be able to compete in Formula racing for a whole season is definitely a dream and a goal that I'm really grateful that I'm able to achieve. But now there are new goals to hit, new goals to reach, and a lot of things to learn. And I know this season of mine will be very important for me, not only for this year, but also for my future races. So definitely, I'm going to continue to do my best, and my goal for this year is to continue learning again from the best in the region, and hopefully also secure some wins or maybe even a championship for the Philippines.
Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pijon. Jordan? Jordan Tablac of Tombo Radio.
Good morning, Inigo. May I ask, in every competition, every athletes kasi meron silang mga rituals. Ano yung mga lagi mong ginagawa in order na to be consistent na nananalo? Because, may mga pinapractice tayong mga rituals or siguro best practices pa.
Yeah, so a lot of preparation in many kinds of ways happen before my race series. Especially this one, it's really important race season for me. So the preparation has been really high. When it comes to preparing to driving the actual car, I've been on the simulator this past month, competing with international racers from all around the world. So it is really beneficial for me to keep the rust away, just continue practicing. And that's really the nice thing about it, is that being on the simulator and online has helped me race against top level drivers from around the world. I've actually just 2 days ago, last night as well, I was competing against Formula 2 and Formula 3 drivers from Europe. And I would say, the level that they showcase there is the same that they showcase in real life. So that's the mental preparation. And unfortunately, I just came right behind them, but sometimes I would get the better of them. But yes, definitely that's a lot of preparation when it comes to that. There's also the physical conditioning that I have to do. I always try to work out as much as I can. There's also a lot of dieting, trying to just lose weight, cut weight, and also just up my endurance throughout all of it. But all of those physical and mental preparation, it also comes a lot with spiritual preparation as well. I'm very lucky that I come from Baguio, and every time I have to travel for a race, may it be just here in the Philippines but also abroad, we always make way for us to visit Our Lady of Manawag. Our family is very faithful, and it really helps us just get into that feeling of preparedness, knowing that we're able to show our love to the Lord, and also show our love to also Our Lady of Manawag, because she has protected us throughout all my races and has protected everyone, and she continues to bless us, and we gotta show appreciation to it always. So it gets us in the right mindset and the right mood to do all of these preparations. And these past couple of months there's been a lot of it, so we've been trying to do our best, and I'm really grateful that I could say that I'm prepared for what's to come.
How big yung pressure? Kasi pag sumakay ka na, parang automatic champion daw.
Yes, the pressure is always a part of it in any sport, and especially now I feel it at my most in this time of my career, because yes, this will be my first full season in Formula racing at the highest level I've ever competed. So there's a lot of pressure and a lot of I would say expectations that people have for me after what I've achieved here in the Philippines and also in other international races. But since I cannot completely remove the pressure, a lot of my coaches, especially my dad, says to just embrace the pressure. It is actually, when you see it, for me, it is a blessing that I'm able to experience this kind of pressure, this kind of feeling in my life, where this is the moment where I've been working towards. This is the moment I've been dreaming of, and I'm going to have to do my best for it. So there are very rare times in our lives where we can experience this kind of pressure, and I'm just really glad that I'm able to experience it to motivate me to do my best.
Ma'am Karen, kumusta po yung sponsors? Are they kept pouring in kasi because of Inigo?
Naiyak ako, anak. I'm the one that was pressured, no? Wait, manager hat on. Okay. The sponsors, as I said earlier, we're really happy with not only your achievement, but with the media manage. Of course, we know that they get him, so their brand will be exposed, will be seen. So this year, we still have the same sponsors. We do have a lot of, we do get some help from other sponsors, but Motul has been generous enough to really give him the full sponsorship. Which, people always say, may sisimpake naman yung daddy. But it's never enough. It's not enough. And we're not gonna sell everything that he's built just for Inigo's race. He knows that. And he was young. He's not the type like, you have money, spend it on me as much as possible. We want his talent to pay for his racing. So that's what happened with Carlos. He has never spent for his racing, at least when he got to be a professional. And that's what we're proud to say. Inigo is a professional racer because his family is not his sponsor. So he has people, brands who believe in him. And with that, he knows it's not only the age, Kuya Pigeon, that is hindering, that's hindering him from moving up. It's really the budget. It's all about the budget. We don't, other racers have the money. Besides, to be a racer, you're already rich. It's obvious, right? So the other racers have the money to practice, to do testings. As I want to give you a small figure. To do testing, one weekend is 250,000. Okay, so I'll give you also the figure for Formula 4. Can I? Nah. Okay. For one season in Formula Southeast Asia is 14 million. Yeah, 14 million, and that's only how many weekends? 5 weekends and then 3 races in a weekend. So definitely, we are not going to bring that out just so. His talent has to be the one to pay for that. So that is the situation. And That's why I am encouraging my younger son not to go into real racing. Sim racing is much cheaper, son. And so that's why he practices on the sim. A simulator, that's where people also go to practice. Again, Formula 4 is not an international, it doesn't have like a worldwide championship. So it's really regional. So we have Formula 4 SEA, Formula 4 Australia, Italian. So there's no, it's depending on every region. They don't go together. So whoever wins, it doesn't mean like Formula C, it doesn't mean that we don't have European. It's just that the location of the races. But in the races of Formula Southeast Asia, we do see the top European F4 drivers. There's also Formula China. For us naman, we chose Formula SEA because it's closer to us. Malaysia and Thailand is much closer. So it really depends on your area in the globe. But then the competitors are all international. And then for also, I know you have a dream of going to Formula 1. You know, last year we said that was the last F4. But then the opportunity came. So we just take it a year at a time. So next year, if an opportunity comes, whether it's Formula cars, and Inigo still continues to get sponsors here in the Philippines. So currently, he's again joining the Toyota Vios Cup. So for us, there are no small or big races. All races, as long as he's racing, he's happy.
Hi. Yeah, I'd just like to add to that. So we thought last year would be our last, but then I told Sina Inigo, well, diba, you can try and see if the sponsor will give you the funding for this year. And miraculously, we were a pleasant surprise na Motul was really willing to help and see him through for a whole season. I really thought it wasn't going to happen. But after we had the meeting, it happened, and all of a sudden we're here. And to follow up on Pigeon's question also earlier about what's next after this, we were already so shocked that Motul sponsored for this year. But in that meeting, the Motul head, Mr. Charlie Ong, was also asking after this, how much is F3? How much is F2? And I was telling him, sir, sobrang laki na itong tinutulong nyo for F4. Sabi niya, hindi. Siyempre, tutuloy-tuloy ko yung suporta ko kay Inigo. So, we're really praying. We're just so happy already now. First hurdle, F4. And my God, this is already a bonus. So, anything after this is even more bonus. But to hear encouraging words from his sponsors na asking what's the next step, how much is the next step, it really, it fills our hearts, and it makes Inigo really want to try his best to show his thankfulness to the sponsors. So Yokohama and Motul, most especially, are the ones making this happen with Blue Coffee and Time Master. So Alpine Stars also, which is the racing gear. We're just so thankful because I really didn't think this would push through, but it's pushing through, and we're so thankful.
Last question lang po kay Sir Carlos. Sir, especially if the game is on the line, nasa dugout or nasa pit stop, are you a coach or are you a father po?
Yeah, mostly, I coach him from the sides, but when it's a race weekend already, and he has Alex Yung, who's a former Formula 1 driver, who's a much higher level racer than I am, and the team that he works with also very professional, So I let them do most of the job. During the races, I'll be honest with you, I'm in one corner watching the race, praying my rosary, mostly. And then sila ang ako, I just keep praying lang while the race is ongoing. Over here in the Philippines, of course, I take a bigger role. But in the international races, I just give my slight inputs. I pull him aside. I just give him like inspiration and stuff. But other than that, he listens to his coaches because they know better.
But yeah, I want to add to that is that yes, my dad, has been my coach ever since. And when I started racing, he's been always my main mentor through everything. And Yes, and when it comes to like Formula 4, where I have my team and everything, where sometimes I have to spend most of my time with them. He doesn't shy away from always giving me the emotional support and also the little things that he learned from his past experiences. Because of course, with having as much coaches as I have, to get all their experience is really important. I'm really grateful that alongside with my team and all my mechanics and engineers in Malaysia, that I also have my dad by my side, who throughout the race weekend knows how to make me control my emotions, knows how to feel about things and how to focus my mind and my head in what I need to do.
Thank you very much, Inigo and Sir Carlos. Sunod natin si Freddy ng Net 25, but before, we'll have Renz muna. Renz of RNG. Renz?
Ang question ko po, when we talk about sponsors kasi, nabanggit po ninyo na napakahirap na maghanap ng sponsors. Aside from doon sa talagang inclined na doon sa kung ano man yung sports, factor po ba yung hindi kasi masyadong kilala yung sports na ito? Hindi ba siya na ipapakilala pa dito sa Philippines? Marami siguro yung napapanood nila na nag-racing sa TV, pero konting-konti yung mga kumbaga opportunity na magkaroon ng kumbaga na mas makilala pa. So factor po ba yun na hindi siya sikat yung sports?
Yeah, actually, that's all ever since. Well, I've been racing for 30 plus years, and our problem is the exposure. No, we're not like basketball or now volleyball is really popular, and all the other sports in the Philippines. No, motor racing has always been on the sidelines. Although we have very talented racers ever since. So it's a challenge talaga. Then the other challenge is because it's so expensive. The sponsors also get shocked na, ganyan kamahal, di ba? But that's the reality lang kasi of motorsports, is so expensive. They will sponsor this one driver this much when they could sponsor a whole team, di ba? For tapos may endorsers pa and di ba? Sa basketball or something like that. So it's economically they find it very hard kasi parang they might get more mileage also from the more popular sports, no? So we're always kaya we're always so happy when any sponsor we're able to get. It's like a real blessing talaga because they're really hard to find, especially for motorsports.
Oh, and I'm sure, have you heard of Bianca Bustamante? Okay, so Bianca Bustamante is a Filipino. Actually, they used to race go-karts with Inigo. She is so blessed because she's a female. She's a she. And Formula 1 racing has gotten into for the lady drivers. So she was able to get in that boat. And second, she's very blessed because she's Filipina. Why? Because the Philippines, they really support us. So as soon as they see the Philippine flag, that's what we're so blessed with. So obviously, social media plays a big part. Again, I don't know if you remember me telling this story last year. Inigo just posted a video because I handle his Facebook. For his generation, it's all Instagram. Okay, so if he didn't reply to you, that's not him. If he replied to you, that's me. In Instagram, that's all. He posted something, and then Visor picked it up, and that video went viral. It was just showing his footwork in a car, and that was the time that Motul tried to look for him. So it really begins with social media, and it also helps na pogi naman yung anak namin. So, nowadays, it's really that. It's like, so I go, while you're young, you really have to use your looks, your youth, and your social media prowess. That's what the sponsors are looking for right now. Yeah, so racing, well, because of you, because of the media, I keep on saying this, it's really our media friends who really bring this out to the public, and hopefully again this year, with Inigo. Actually, Bianca has not, unfortunately, has not been doing well. Even though she's not doing well, do you know that she's the most popular racer, one of the most popular racers now in the world because of social media and because of the support of the Filipino people. So yay, you're Filipino, you're young, you're pogi, and we have our media partners. So I think that would be a really, really great combination for more sponsors to come in.
Kay Ma'am Karen pa rin po. Immune na po ba kayo sa takot, sa risk pag nasa...
No pala nga no. It will always be part. The only thing I have to do is just really pray. And I remind him, I know he's very prayerful, but I only just pray and pray. And the truth is, I still, when he was young, I told him to stop racing because of that fear. But that's the only thing. So to everybody, to my friends, I really just say na, please include Inigo in your prayers because that's the only thing talaga that we hold on to.
Kay Inigo naman po, for sure si Sir Carlos po ang nag-inspire din sa'yo na mag-race. Tingin mo, paano mo naman nai-inspire ang kapatid mo when it comes to racing as well?
Well, I gotta say, I'm really grateful that my whole family is really supportive of what I love to do and my passion, and I'm really grateful that I'm also able to share it with my younger brother, Alonso, who is just 18 years old right now, but is looking forward to doing the same thing with me and hopefully sharing the track with me. And I really have to say, it really helps me a lot that he always says that he's my number one fan, and I always feel it. And I'm really glad that I'm able to inspire him the same way as well. But I'm really, really excited for what's to come for not only me but for him. So I'm really grateful that yes, I have a younger sibling who looks forward to doing the same things that I do and to raise the flag, and who's already racing and continuing to learn from me and my dad. So I just also want to give back to not only my parents but also to my younger brother, and hopefully that sometime in the future he could be also here, maybe doing F4 in the future as well. So it's a whole family effort that comes with this racing, and I'm really grateful that there's so many people, not just my family but especially you, our media friends, and all the support from the Philippines. I'm really grateful for that, and I'll really do my best to give back to each one of you.
Inigo is a very, very strict coach to Alonso. So that's one thing, because with him, he was very passionate about racing. The only time I would see Inigo throw a tantrum, because he's really like that. He's just always smiling. But the moment he loses in a video game, he throws a tantrum. In a race, yeah. Up to now ba, anak? No more na. So that's where you can see his competitive spirit. He doesn't want to lose. But he knows how to, take it naman now. But with Alonso, he is he's very playful. That's why Inigo is the one really, he really wants his younger brother to take racing as seriously as he does. So he's a very kind brother, but a very strict coach. Right?
Thank you very much, friends. Freddy Loda, Net 25.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So before anything else, I would like to congratulate first, of course, the members of the family, especially to Sir Inigo. I would like to address this first to Sir Inigo. How come pagka nasa Manibela po kayo? And then, ano ang unang pumapasok sa isip nyo? Yung bang maging champion, manalo, o excitement, o yung risk ng buhay nyo, or okay, so ano yung talagang pumapasok?
Yes, there's a lot that goes through my head when I get into the car and I'm about to start a race. There's a lot of nervous feelings. How am I gonna do? How am I going to perform? Also, I can't wait to start the race. Also, I gotta be safe out there. There's a lot of things that go through my head, and with that, especially, I just embrace all of those feelings because, yes, I am nervous about how I'll do, but I also know that I've prepared for this, and my goal now is to do the best I can in that race. And with all of those emotions that come into mind, especially also with the fear factor, we can never always say na I have no fear when I get into the car, because all of us do, and I know the risks that have to be taken. But with all of that, with all of those emotions, I try my best to keep calm, and especially, in a sense, zero out my emotions so that I can prepare myself for the race that's going ahead. Because if I bring these emotions along to the race, then that's where I can make mistakes, that's where I can lose focus, and that's where, maybe races, it's maybe where I can lose the race. So as much as possible, I enjoy all of those feelings, but once the race is about to begin, I try to focus myself up and to zero out my emotions so that I can focus on just driving.
Okay, thank you, sir. And of course, Ma'am Karin, the same question po, ano po yung... sorry. Also, the same question po, pag halimbawa, nakikita nyo na po nandun sa Manibela si Sir Inigo, so kahit kay Sir siguro, then ano po, ang feelings ninyo, kikita niyo, nandun na po siya, arangkada na po.
Same po. Yung heart rate ko talaga tumataas, and yun rin. The only thing that will keep me calm is praying. Kung minsan napapalakas yung, Hail Mary, full of grace, yung ganun. Minsan napapalakas, but yun lang talaga eh. That's the only thing, when the lights turn green, that's the only thing we can do. And I always, just, that's the only thing we're holding on to. And that's why, sana, what do you call this? It's our dream talaga na first prayer namin is protection always.
Yeah. To follow up lang. Usually kasi from an athlete's perspective of what you were saying, we all get the butterflies, the fear, the tension right before the race, when you're lining up. But I think it's harder sometimes for the spectators, especially when you're family, than it is for the racer. Because from my own experience, all of those emotions build up. You have the butterflies in your stomach, you're thinking of everything, the stress is all there. But as soon as the lights turn green and you race, the racer, nawawala lahat yon for me, no? And I think for most racers, then it's just all business lang. So your mindset is, okay, I have to win, I have to position myself, I have to get to that position, don't make any mistakes in the but everything becomes so calm after it turns green. Pero of course, for the spectators, it never goes calm. The whole race, we're always worried about what's happening in the race and everything. But I think for the racer himself, with personal experience also, once it goes green until the checkered flag, it's just parang all business lang. No, all of the goes away.
I can attest to that because when I know most of you know that Carlos mentored me to go to Italy for the Ferrari competition, and I was so nervous. I had butterflies. As soon as we started racing, I totally forgot that I had Inigo. I had a 4-year-old waiting for me in the Philippines. I just went as quick as I can, and then when I came back in the Philippines, so I just won. And then I said, that's it, I'm not racing anymore because of that. Because I just want to be a mom. Because when you're in the racetrack, you forget that you have a family.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Satisfied with the response?
Thank you, Freddie. Dexter C. from Herald Express.
Good morning. Yeah. To Inigo, what works best when you are on the racetrack? Is it to go quick or to calibrate your movement?
Oh, that's I would say it's a balance between both of that, because there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the race while it's happening. People may think that as soon as the race goes, it's all about going as fast as you can and pushing yourself to your limits. But in actuality, the consistency is also necessary, and to calibrate my senses, to calibrate how I'm feeling throughout the race, it's also very important for me. And sometimes that's what happens to me, where I learn from my mistakes from last year, where at the start of the race, I'm as hot and as aggressive as I can be. I try to just pass everyone, and then I realize after 3 laps, I'm tired, I make more mistakes, and then that's where people who are calmer at the start of the race eventually get past me and overtake me. So, it is a mix of both. We're trying to go fast, but at the same time, stay clean and stay consistent. So, it is definitely something that I'm training for this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to get back into it and learn from what I learn from what happened last year.
Thank you. What's your most memorable experience on the racetrack?
Well, there is a lot throughout my career, and I gotta say my dad also has a lot as well. But in recent memory and in terms of F4, I have to say it was last year where I was able to get those back-to-back rookie class wins. It is, coming from the first time I did it in 2023, I thought that was going to be my last race in Formula Racing forever, and I didn't actually place I placed fifth, but I didn't get any rookie wins or any podium or any trophies, and I thought that was it. But when I got the opportunity again in 2024 to be able to go back and to actually achieve those rookie wins, I felt like it was such a fulfilling moment for me that I thought I wasn't able to race in Formula 4, and then here I am the next year able to win the rookie class and to be able to compete, and then now things just keep getting better for 2025. So I'm looking forward to it again, and I'm just hoping that with my upcoming races, not just in Formula 4 but in everything I do, they can be as memorable as those times.
Are you mentoring some young guys out there in the city to follow your footsteps?
Well, I would say the first one I'm mentoring is
Your brother.
yes, he's definitely my brother. Yes, like my mom said, I'm pretty strict on him, but it's because I can see the talent in him as well. I know that if he works hard in it, if he practices a lot and practices the same time as I do, that he can also achieve the stuff that I set out to achieve. So it is definitely also one of the things in the future that I really want to do and want to aspire younger racers get into the field, because I know there's a lot of racers out there who don't know where to start, who are kids who just want to become race car drivers, who want to compete internationally or even locally. And that is one things that I also push to achieve, is that after all my races I do, is that I can also mentor the next generation, and hopefully especially being here from Baguio, also have the next generation from Baguio that can be able to represent the city and also compete in an international level.
Are there some people or some young guys or their parents who have approached you and inquired about racing?
Sir, yes, a lot. When he goes to the races, I get shocked that there are kids there with their moms saying that since they were 4 years old and now the kid is 14, they've been following the career of Inigo. So now with sim racing, we really, really want to do that. Actually, honestly, Inigo doesn't charge. If it's a fan or supporter, he doesn't charge. And we always say that, don't make it a business for you, because you've been so blessed that everything was given to you. Here in Baguio, we do have a lot, but then when we do see them, they're already in the races. So we just okay, they don't approach us. Maybe because, I don't know, because we're never here, but or I'm unapproachable. I don't know, but that is the goal, to continue the legacy of Carlos and Inigo, and we will find time for that. This we promise you, we will find time.
Sige. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying about, Lana, just aside from my career, everybody was always saying why I'm so good is because I'm from Baguio. Diba? Because, sabi nga, sanay na sanay yan sa mga kurba, sa zigzag, papunta lang pa lang sa karera, nagpa-practice na sa Cannon Road yan. So, yeah, I really believe that, the best racers should be coming from here in Baguio. And I used to also mentor other racers from Baguio, but since Inigo got so busy and then now Alonso parang all of my time has gone to them. But we do plan to go back. We always invite people also during the track days, and then we try to help them in the track, especially syempre our kababayans from Baguio.
Yeah, we have many car racers, the van drivers along the highway. Anyway, yeah, Sir Carlos, last question. How do you differentiate racing during your time and racing at this time of Inigo? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, racing during my time compared to Inigo's time, I think it's so much more professional now. It's gotten bigger. The sport has gotten bigger since my time, and then the teams, there are more professional teams now, and with the proper mechanics, coaches. Before, hindi uso sa time namin na may coach ka eh. Di ba? Before, bahala ka sa buhay mo, you try to learn. I was blessed, my father was also a racer, so it was good that I had a coach. But now you can actually hire coaches. There are actually available coaches. So it's become an industry already here in the Philippines, racing, because of the racetracks. We have like professional mechanics, professional coaches, professional teams. Like you can actually pay and hire a whole team to back you up. So that's the difference, I think, compared to my time. I was able to also do that, but now it's more proliferant now.
Okay, thank you very much, Dexter and Sir Carlos. Do we still have questions from the media? Okay, Joseph Cabanas of Radio Pilipinas.
Just one question for Inigo. What is your motivation in racing? Is it the prize, the pride, or anything?
I gotta say, there's a lot of motivation that comes into it, and I would say the first motivation is that it is not only my passion, but it's our whole family's passion when it comes to racing. This has been our lives for the past how many years, and it is something that motivates me, that since we are blessed and we are lucky to be able to doing this, is that it motivates me that I want to do as much as I can and be the best that I can be in the sport that I chose to do. And I have a lot of motivations from my family, also the people who support me, my relatives who always make time to see my races. They're also here right now. Thank you for going. And it also be my friends who consistently just try to be there when I do races, do competitions. There's so many people who are backing me, and I know that there's a lot of people who also inspire to be like me, or inspired to do what I do as well. And that just keeps motivating me that I should do this for myself, but most especially for the people who inspire to do the same. So I'm really grateful that I'm put into this position where I can achieve something that will mean a lot to many people, and that's what motivates me the most.
It's always been we're not very active with social civic organizations, with Rotary Lights, although our parents were, only because the life that we chose is to support our children and to make time for our children. We are blessed that we're able to do this. But one thing that I know a lot of you know, especially the ones who brought up Inigo's press releases since he was young, you're all here. Inigo has always been giving all his winnings to charity. So that's one thing. I know they never say it out, so I got the mic because they're never gonna say it. That's one thing he got from his dad. Carlos, although not that big naman your winnings before, always gave to charity. And for Inigo, he also gives. First, he gives to his mechanics, and then 100% goes to charity. So I think that's why he is blessed. And one thing also that I pride myself with is wherever we go, the same way we are so proud of Baguio. We always want Baguio to take pride in what we do. So wherever we go, the Baguio name is always there. And I know that you're aware of this, and we are so also blessed that the community of Baguio. I don't think if we're from Baguio, we'll really get this kind of support. Even from my time in Pilipinas Got Talent, and then in his time in sports, you know, the same way we're very proud of Baguio, Baguio has been so supportive of us. So thank you so much.
Just one, I think the other thing also is we get it from his great grandmother and his late grandmother also. With the, I think they always told us kasi God gave us a talent, and our talent was to drive really fast. No? So my grandmother always used to tell me, magagalit ang Diyos kung hindi mo gagamitin yung talent na binigay sa'yo. So it keeps us motivated to, this was the talent that was given to us and we try to make the most out of it.
I'd follow up with the driving fast. They don't drive fast. I don't know with Carlos when we're not around. But Inigo also all advocates for safe driving. So we do that. We do a lot of clinics for safe driving and racing only in the streets. So only in the racetrack, I mean. So if you see somebody going fast with a race car, that's not Inigo. That's your dad? No! No, in Carlos, admittedly, when he was younger, he was. But I keep on reminding him, baka mag-viral video ka dyan na, oh my God, diba? Outstanding citizen of Baguio. So he tries. But Inigo would never, he's the most careful, the most giving driver in the streets. And he doesn't enjoy going fast in Cannon Road. He doesn't. So he will he will definitely be left behind by an express van. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. Wala na katanungan. From our guest, baka meron po kayong question kay Inigo.
Sir Mix, we also have our guest from the Baguio channel, Daryl. Right there. Daryl, stand up to be, Daryl, stand up, yeah. Daryl from the Baguio channel, our media partners, yeah. So, I see that the Baguio channel has been very active in social media, and we appreciate you coming over and for bringing out the Aloha Philippines. They do very nice coverages, so we really appreciate your help. Thank you. Would you like to ask anything?
Sir Ginata, si Daryl. Anyway, Daryl, thank you very much. Okay, I have one last question for me.
Sir.
Siguro?
What's the charity that
Okay.
your charity?
Oh, well, it's definitely all over. With, me especially, the first charity I give to is, back to the mechanics. Like, I would say for last year, especially in the Toyota Philippine Cup that happens, there is a very generous cash prize that's awarded to me. But I always say in my interviews there that, it's not an individual sport. I didn't earn that by myself. And actually, it's the mechanics who brought me up there, because without the fast car, I won't be able to be fast. Without the fast pit stops, I won't be able to win the race. So they have as much, to do with it as I do. And that's why I feel like, I'm blessed with this opportunity to race. And I should also give back to the people who helped me out. So it's definitely first with the mechanics, but with also other charities where we could give. I also want to give back to those racers who also want to continue their passion, who want to start doing it. There's many people out there who are as passionate as me and maybe even put in as much work as I do as well. And maybe they don't have the luxury of being able to compete because of budget constraints. And that's where I also just want to give back, because we're just want to lift all of each other up. So when it comes to being with those cash prizes, I just really always want to give back because there's so many people that help me out.
I actually hold his accounting, so he doesn't know yung mga nadideduct. So when people come up to us to sponsor events, we don't sponsor as a company, we don't sponsor Sizzling Plate. We also just, say like, oh, just keep it anonymous, but I get it from your account. So, from his account, yeah. So, ayun. So, we do have, like, especially if they're for a good cause, we really do give, yeah. So just reach out to Mama Jer.
Okay, I think Dexter C is interested in your charity. Also, and also Harley here. Harley.
May share lang ako dun sa charity. The Anton couple, si Mike and the native na, had a long history of helping people. Actually, si Ramon Dacawen nag-share na every time they read a write-up of a patient or indigent patient seeking for help, secretly sila yung tumutulong. Actually, number one na benefactor ng mga patients na nasusulat, especially within the Cordillera. But they refuse to be recognized. Yun ang share naman ni the late Ramon Dacawi about the Anton couple. So, I believe na meron talaga silang long history of into charity. Just sharing.
So pasensya na po pag if we don't go talaga, we don't make time for social civic organizations, but in our own little ways, we do try to give back.
That's not. Okay. Another charity.
Charity work. Charity work.
Charity or a foundation? Anniversary.
We would also like to thank po pala in behalf of RNG. Last year, we had our first anniversary, first celebration po ng aming kaapat na anniversary ng RNG, pero first time po namin. So, napili namin na magkaroon ng medical mission. Nakatulong kami sa halos 300 to 500 na mga residents po sa Baguio, and nag-send din kami ng letter kay Ma'am Karen. Nagbigay po sila, pero sabi niya, wag namin ilalagay yung logo nila, wag namin silang mapanggitin. Thank you po.
Kay Inigo yun.
Salamat.
Oh, yun na. Accounted for yun na.
Okay. Thank you, Rex. Anyway, before we end, for Carlos, I have one question lang. Kasi kanina nabanggit mo, it seems that Montol is interested in supporting Inigo in his career. Sabi mo kanina, what's next sa F4, I'm sure may 3, may 2, and 1. In case it happens, will there be a significant or change or probably yung approach natin sa training ni Inigo?
Yeah, definitely. I think if he does move up the ladder, the training, he'll probably have to move out of the country. So to get more, either probably move to Malaysia or move to Europe, if that happens, if he's blessed enough to do it. So, like I said, ever since he was young, also he knows naman the realities. So, but we never stop him from dreaming. I always told him, like, reach for the stars talaga, which is F1, but keep your feet on the ground. So, but things just doors keep opening, and our only dream naman was, as long as we keep racing, whether it's locally or internationally, we're just really happy with what the Lord's given us, and so we take it one step at a time. But if he does move up the ladder, I think he might need to move out of the country also.
Sama kami lahat.
Yeah, I want to add to that is, actually one of very high-level racers here in the Philippines, Marlon. He reached Formula 2 actually, but he gave me this one advice that really sticks to me and really keeps me humble and knowing what I have to do is that, every time he wins a championship or every time he steps up the ladder, it never gets easier. It always gets harder. And that's where I have to realize, even with my past wins, even with the championships I've done, that, people may say, oh, I've reached the top here in the Philippines and it'll only get easier. But in actuality, I always have to push myself because harder struggles will always come about. And with whatever I'll be doing in the future, I'll really take it for what it is, and I'll always try to keep doing better because I know I'm not at my complete potential or complete peak in my career or in any kind of way. So it's always just striving to achieve for that. And not may only be in racing, but I also try to do my best in other kinds of things. I wanna be a better person all around. I want to try and help also the business, help my family with other things. It's not, racing is my life, but it's not everything too. So I just want to say, with everything that I do, I want to do my best and I want to strive to be better because harder challenges will come up. But that doesn't mean that I should shy away from doing my best.
Okay, thank you very much, Inigo. So, do you still have questions from the media? If wala na po tayong katanungan, siguro we'll just ask or request our panelists for their closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Sir Migs. As usual, you're amazing. The most sought after. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone. Manong Joseph, thank you again for helping me, arrange this. One message, nandyan kayo agad. Salamat po. Words cannot really express how thankful we are to all of you. And yes po, if you do have good, events, good causes, please approach me po. May pera pa naman po si Inigo. Kaya dapat win ng win, anak, para matulungan. And at this point, of course, we won't be here without our dear sponsors. We would like to thank Motul Philippines Infinite Serve. We would like to thank Alpine Stars, Yokohama, Blue Coffee, Thai Masters, and of course, our kuya from Reinforcement. Thank you so much. I just want to share also, RJ, Lou always gives everything for free, just because he wants to support our Baguio talents. Thank you so much, RJ and Leilu of Reinforcement. And we would like to thank AAP. The Inigo, if you don't know, has been chosen as the ambassador of the Automobile Association of the Philippines. Not because of his racing, driving prowess, but because of the kind and humble person and persevering person that he is, who really embodies an athlete, a student who can be an inspiration to the youth. So, congratulations, son. I'm just making yabang as the manager. Sorry. So, he is the chosen ambassador of the Philippines, of the Automobile Association of the Philippines. And we would like to thank Black Arts Racing. This is his team in Malaysia. And of course, Mr. Alex Yung, former F1 driver, Mr. Alex Yung, who actually the amount that I gave you is already discounted because he will be teammates with 3 other Formula 4 racers from different countries who he knows are richer. So si Inigo, parang binigyan kami ng big discount, but then he believes in Inigo's talent. So it's really the talent that brings you along, up there, Inigo, and your prayers. And we do hope that you will continue to be our partners in making our Baguio athlete reach the top and be known internationally, to give him more opportunities to go up that ladder and to maybe even building the new generation of racers from our Cordillera. We really love Baguio City, we really love Cordillera, and please do not forget Glenn Garland. Panglima na po. Yan, give him a shot po. At saka po, hindi lang yun. Ang ating Miss Baguio is doing so well. If you're not following the Miss Philippines Universe page, please do, and please try to endorse her also, because there's so many side pageants that are happening where we can actually vote. We're not only very good, of course, we have Islay Bumogao. One thing I learned lang, I don't know why Islay came out in my page, our world champion in Muay Thai. But when I asked the other people, they don't know who Islay is because maybe it's not coming out in their news feeds. So that is the challenge to our media partners, to really see who among our Baguio athletes can be given recognition and be given mileage in social media because we do have a lot of world class and not only world class, world champions here. Hindi lang nalalaman ng lahat. Team Lakay, of course, is Team Lakay, they're already so known. But yeah, so we have right now, we have Islay, we also have our Gwendolyn Soriano, our Miss Baguio, and our Miss Biget also, and our Miss Tufugao. They're all doing well, so we should be really proud of our Baguio pride.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Karen, and of course, the coach and the father, Sir Carlos Anton.
I'd just like to thank again everybody. Like Karen said, your support is really something super. I think it's our it's our advantage over all the other racers also in the country. We have a whole city behind us. That's what I always tell them. So thank you so much. We're so proud to be from Baguio, and we thank you so much for your help.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Carlos, and of course, the phenom, Inigo Anton.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here again. It means so much to me that I'm able to see all of you again before I partake in this season, this year. It is truly an honor to be representing the Philippines and especially Baguio City. So I'll do my best for all of you. And I really have to say, I wouldn't be where I am today without the help and support of all of you. So thank you so much again for going here. And I'll do my best for all of you.
Thank you very much, Inigo, and let's look forward to that championship. Okay, to our media, to our guests.